Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. First to introduce and second week of being champion, it is I, Reinhardt, also known as Jamie, and I am here with.
Weirdling or Jumbo. That was proper dick measuring for an opponent.
I just was realizing when we were arranging how we were going to start talking that since we're on this new schedule, more often than not, I'm coming in and then I'm the one that has to talk first.
I mean, yeah, because you got it's normally the person who comes on who gets to say, who gets to introduce the whole thing, and you have been on and off constantly, so you always say it when you're on.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, it works for me. So yeah, Street Fighter weekend, yay!
Yay!
It was good. It was fun.
I didn't get in. Yay!
I did, but I don't have my character. No. Well, it was still a fun game. I love that I can do perfect parries, but I really suck at the game otherwise.
That's how I was feeling myself. I didn't get in. The rest of them got in, but we had some setups running at our locals, and boy, I suck at Street Fighter. But damn, I can do tech throws. Just force grappler. It's all good.
I mean, the grab is so fucking strong in the game, especially when you catch a parry. It's dumb.
Oh, get that counter hit damage on a throw. Yeah.
Which is quite nice because the parry is really fucking stupid otherwise, because it blocks high and low, and it gives you drive back as well. So it's just it's super strong, but it has hard counters. I guess it's fair.
I'm looking forward through space and time to getting a counter hit SPD. It's gonna be beautiful.
SPD is that the
spinning pile driver. The
Zangief, right? Well, apparently there's a video I've seen, which is talking about. I think it was Rufamongo. Yeah, I think it was him. So there's a video of Dalsim against E Honda, and
they did shoot Honda. Nice. Senpu was talking about that. He wasn't sure if they did or not.
No, they did. So the important thing is that Dalsim has a regular grab that only works from crouching, which means that, considering that is a thing, it used to be a thing in Street Fighter First Strike or something. Point is that you have your basic grabs back and forward, and then you can have a crouch grab back and forward, and depending on which one you choose, the quality of the grab can change. So basically what Dalsim has done is that there's one grab where he just throws you and he's right on top of you, but you have a long time getting up, whereas the other grab is that he creates more distance, but you get up almost instantly. So if you have those kind of things, especially with a Zangief, you're going to have so many grabs and there's so many options that it's just going to be an abundance of just grappling, guzzling goop.
That was something that was talked about when the announcer voice packs were data mined. It seems like Zangief has at least 4 different grabs.
Okay.
So that's going to be wonderful.
I mean, some of them might be hit grabs as well.
I do like a hit grab.
So
it's not a command grab, but I like hit grabs too.
I like hit grabs.
Feel good, man.
I mean, I Asuka as a hit grab in Tekken, and I fucking love to use it. Because it's just grabbing your face and slamming you to the ground. It's so nice. But that's Street Fighter, but we're playing Guilty Gear today. As always.
Ooh. Nah, yeah.
Yay! I mean, the beta was fun. It's probably going to come back next time, hopefully with Marissa, fingers crossed.
Send Grappler.
So, might happen. We'll see. We have some time. Was it? When was the last beta? Was it 2-3 months ago?
Something like that.
So in 2-3 months' time, we're probably gonna get the majority of the base roster.
We'll probably get
not all of it.
It'll probably come about in February or early March or something like that.
Yeah. So we have some time. But yeah, so Monday Night Rollback. Hey, we're back to Guilty Gear, guys. So so this week, Senpu had the spoon, which means he could choose the bracket, and Sukamansu was still not back, which is it was expected, but I was back because I didn't get my surgery, so I was actually able to participate.
His face is still intact.
My face is still intact. So yeah, so basically we had a 5-man bracket because we didn't want to go back to the gauntlet, which would have been the case if I wasn't taking part.
I would have thought I got it.
So yeah, so basically you as a champion, you get the bye. So you're in the second round, and Case of Chaos also got the bye because he was the second place.
Oh,
So-
last week. Yeah.
So it was the bottom four that we needed to play was Sukumansu, Senpu, myself, and Maku. And since Senpu managed to get this for last week, he picked the bracket, which meant that he chose Sukumansu as his bye, basically.
Yeah, it's his first match, but since Sukumansu isn't here, it just translates into a bye.
Yeah,
So he
so
got to skip round one, basically.
yeah, so he just he basically put himself into group two. I'm in round two. So yeah, so the only match in round one that we had to fight was me against Maku, and I'm gonna be honest, I was under the impression that I'm not going to play this week. So I spent my entire week, apart from the Street Fighter weekend, playing Mortal Kombat 11, which meant that I was like far from having the sufficient muscle memory to go back into a bracket. So I just had to play the entire day since my surgery was cancelled. I was like, shit, I need to practice. So all I had was like one day, like maybe half a day worth of just like intense Guilty Gear practice. So I would get some of my muscle memory back. And I was facing Maku once again, who decided to go from Sin back to Kai, which was also a big change for me because I was getting used to Sin, and my Kai matchup was still the worst. So I was not looking forward to this, but yeah.
I feel like I handle Sin's pressure better than I handle Kai's pressure, so this was also not great. Although the patch has given me some answers to Kai, which is nice. Turns out, when Kai's doing like normal special kind of pressure, pretty much all the specials, like the gap between the normal and the special, you can just hammer fall through it now. Get the fuck off me. You got
Okay.
armor, son.
Nice. I didn't know that. Well, did they change the startup of Hammerfall?
Yeah, Hammerfall's armor now starts on frame 5, like Slide Head, as opposed to frame 9. It is a very welcome change.
Whose phone is that?
Ignore that. It never happened.
Right, we're gonna cut this part. It's fine. Right, so okay, so first game, if you're ready, it's gonna be me and Maku.
Yes.
Let's rock.
Side note,
Oh,
this is the last Monday Night Rollback of 2022. The following week would fall on Boxing Day. Senpu's not in the country, and most of us are going to be busy, so yeah. This is the final rollback of the year.
nice. So no Christmas gauntlet. Boo.
No Christmas gauntlet.
That's fine. We'll live, and the audience will live.
You get no Hanukkah gift from the BGF.
Nice. Right.
So, with that said, let's get to it.
Let's rock. Ah, yes, the beautiful bracket.
Ah, beautiful new graphics.
Yes. So yeah, Senpu's getting the bye. Me against Maku. Let's go.
Your first match this evening, the supposed Queen of Parry versus the young buck of the BGF. It's Weirdling versus Maku.
When did they go from Prince to Queen?
It's something Case of Chaos said in last week's commentary.
It's just like all of a sudden, not only I changed my sex, but I also like upgraded myself. That's great. So, yeah. Like I said, I was not ready for this. I was like, oh my god, my Kai matchup is ass.
I'm pretty sure that stun differ there is something you put into his head right before the match started.
Yeah, when we were sitting down, I was like, stun dippa, and then he just fucking went for it. And I was like, oh, is that how it works? So if I call out a move, he's gonna do it. So I could just like bait him into punishes.
Just like calling out moves and throwing out parries.
I mean, that's the idea, yeah.
So I guess the hope is that since Mako has spent a couple of weeks playing Sin now that he's probably, hopefully, rusty on Kai. But you never know.
I mean, I was rusty with the game, not on the character. Because, like I said, I've been playing MK, so I was like, oh shit.
Imagine having to press a button to block.
Yeah, it's like that's the worst thing about the whole game. Because when I'm playing Tekken and coming back to Gear, it's fine. But having a block button is like, no. I was really hoping for a DP there.
That is unfortunate. It kind of seemed like Mako dropped the combo as she went to burst, not intentionally actually evading the burst.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was thinking here is that he would come in, but he didn't.
Aha, he's gonna scum dipper. Oh,
and I got, yeah.
Parry this, you filthy casual.
That's me having the good reads.
The good reads.
Looking the first one.
I wish I was so comfortable at knowing that people were going to jump like Mako is. Some of these maybe just jump into evade, like wake up grab, but it seems to be whenever someone else jumps, he jumps with them.
That was me. That was actually intentional because I was coming in, I could see the burst, and I was like, if I RC, I can block it. So that was like a moment of like sudden clarity, and then I just got absolutely hammered. Nice
little teabag. Reading from the Book of Johnny.
I just got scummed for it.
Like you can't react to it. It's a 5-frame startup. You just gotta know.
Yeah, but what is annoying is that if it's far enough away, then you cannot hit the second one, and if it's close enough, I can actually parry the second hit. So it's like I don't know when I can actually try and parry, because if I block the first one and I cannot parry the second one, I'm just gonna get hit.
So the range on Scum Dipper affects frame advantage.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So if he does it from like half screen, then there's nothing I can do. But if he does it from really close, then the second hit I can grab and or parry.
I guess it probably travels for a fixed amount of distance regardless of where you are.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, I guess it slashes you with the first hit, but then it continues to travel a little bit, and it gives you time to...
Yeah, so you get out of block stun basically by the time or even hit stun. Like if he hits me from close with the Scum Dipper, I can parry the second hit, even on hit. That's how stupid that move is.
I don't know if I can buster him in the gap. I'm gonna say no.
What's the starter combo?
5.
Don't know. You're gonna have to love that shit.
I know I can punish it with a buster if I block the hits, but most guys are coming in with Scum Dipper with 50% meter stock to make it safe.
Yeah.
Nice of Penny. Bury this man.
I was like, oh, that's a purple RC. I can parry them.
Making good use of the double mat change.
It's really good. It's like the most defensive thing I can do. Because like initially I wasn't sure what I can do with it, but now it's like, oh, okay, so I can just jump, do a tatami, and then as soon as I land, do a second one. So the mat is still falling as I'm doing the second one. So I'm like basically putting up a wall.
I watched a little bit of a Lord Knight video earlier today where he was talking about that, sort of in the Zato matchup, like doing the retreat near dash tatami to try and close the space and maybe snipe off Eddie. But now you can just land and do it again, and it just covers a lot more space.
Yeah. Keeps
you more well protected.
Yeah. So Viking became just a bit more defensive, which is great. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I remember at this point I was like bitching about the stupid like jump slash of Kai. Because it's just like my jump slash just loses to Kai's jump slash 100% of the time. And jump slash should be my stupid OP button.
I think it's a matchup thing.
Yeah, but anyone who, like, it's the same with Faust. Faust has this like really long poke with the scalpel, and it's just like fuck. Like he can poke me from half screen or full screen almost. Yeah, that's Mako kicking my ass.
How dare you play Mortal Kombat? Get fucking back here.
Well, yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah, I should have played this game but I was under the impression that I'm not going to be here. So
Yeah, that's true. It was like what, on the day off that they contacted you? Like, yeah, it's not happening.
I was not only on the day, I was on my way to the hospital when they told me that I shouldn't go. So I had to turn back halfway. Just jumped off the bus and got the bus back.
God, that's annoying.
It is. Well, that's NHS for you. So, yeah. That was me just completely getting hammered by Mac.
A clean sweep from the young buck, making his way to the second round.
Yeah, and I'm with this score, it's unlikely that I'm not in the bottom bitchy match, so let's say that I am in the bottom bitchy match already. So,
I think with the way it's broken down, as a loser of the first round, where the rest of the matches have to happen in the second round, you're guaranteed in.
Yeah.
And then the next bottom bitch competitor will be determined by
rounds and games.
Yeah, rounds and games of the following two matches.
Yep.
Between the two losers.
So yeah, you have me. So I mean, I have nothing else to say. I said everything.
I played Mortal Kombat. I got smashed. So let's move on to the next one. So when Senpu chose the bracket and chose the bye against Sukumansou, he also opted to take the side of the bracket that put him up against myself instead of Case of Chaos. Right. So our next match will be myself and Senpu. Fancy that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
He knows if he's my first match of any given day, he's gonna fucking kill me.
Well,
it's like a pattern. Well, hopefully not, but it tends to be how it would go when we do the gauntlet. If I fought Senpu first, I would just fucking die. But if I fought somebody else beforehand and then fought Senpu, I'd have stand a decent chance.
So it might be dethroned before you reach the tri-slash again.
Yes, maybe. Someone else has got to get one of these, goddammit.
Fingers crossed.
Sit here hoarding on my tri-slashes in the corner. All you peasants over there.
Yeah, it's just, like, even if a grappler is like bottom tier, like, your damage is still high.
Damage is high, robbery is high.
Yeah, all you need to do is, like, get a good situation, you convert into like 70% damage, and you get a couple of stray normals and you're done. So
I have recently learned how to actually do 70% damage, but not consistently.
That's fine. Still, you need to win like 2 interactions, or maybe 3, depending on your meter.
Depending on the meter.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see how you do against Senpu.
Yeah, let's go and rob Senpu. Let's rock.
So here we go, second round.
Match 1.
Senpu versus the champion. That went from Japanese to fucking French. Nice.
Getting real close. Contact.
Speaking of contact, is it the window? Is it the door? No. It's Senpu Retsudan!
God damn it!
Well, it's really difficult to introduce 2 of you at the same time.
It is. We've got the same amount of time to do it, but more to say now.
Yeah. I mean, I should have started the introductions on the bracket. Yeah. Oh well.
From the middle of the mix, it's me.
From middle of the mix, contact.
I really didn't think he was going to 5k round start this week, because he's been doing it a lot lately and I've been busting him for it, so I didn't go for it.
It's the mind games, brother.
It's like, haha, there's no way he'll go for 5k round start a 5th time in a row. Apparently he will.
That's just, the most, like, the medium player of the BGF. Some weeks he's just like a literal fucking god. The next week he's just the spoon holder.
I could have got busted there on Monday. That was supposed to be an air grab.
Yeah, I could see the ass. What? I couldn't even see a move come out, it was just like far out.
Got him this time. Bonk.
Oh, I love how it's like PRC, so there's like a good like 3 seconds of nothing happening.
God damn, that 5H change is so good.
Yeah, that's the proximity thing that you were like bitching about for ages.
I still get murdered when I'm throwing at these massive 5Hs online, but people are just jumping in the air dashing. But it's a nice change nonetheless.
Yeah, well you can hit through projectiles, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't actually know I could do that. and then like I hit set input there, and I was like, oh, sick.
Well, that's what I actually like gave you like the thing on Discord is like
No, yeah, I saw it in
was
patch
happening.
notes. But they also extended the range of 5H. It now has a hitbox on the fingers,
Right.
so it's just longer now. It's longer than 6H's.
Okay.
It's one of the buffs that we got. Where it's a nice buff, but it's not really what Pot needed.
No, but I think they want to keep the weaknesses that he has.
They should at least make them less aggressive in how bad they are. Because until they like improve Pot's defense in some way, he is going to remain the worst character in the game. Like, nothing has actually changed with the patch.
Yeah, but you still have the highest damage, so you get like a straight hit and boom.
I actually do less damage than that to come out of the cast, unless I'm doing care about big crystals. But, like, Saw will easily outdamage potentially, unless you're doing truly optimal damage.
Oh yeah, but isn't there like the what do you call it, the appeal of Potemkin that you just do like stupidly hard execution?
No, the appeal is Buster. The appeal is Grab a Man.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, I also saw a fucking biking combo earlier that does like way more damage than I can do.
Okay. I mean, if I can outdamage a Row Heavenly with like maybe 15 button presses, that's nothing compared to you doing a super motion and getting the same damage that cannot be bursted.
It didn't even make Heavenly not a shit super in this fucking patch, does it? The hitbox needs work.
I mean, sometimes you catch me with something shit.
Sometimes.
Also, the one thing I have noticed, because I actually tried this, if you throw a heat knuckle and I'm like really far away, and then I press jump slash, and my hurt box reaches your fist, you actually catch me. So you can catch me from like almost full screen.
It's like the Axel thing all over again.
It's so stupid.
But you can do it with Axel's jump slash as well.
That is dumb.
It's television sometimes, but
Yes, like, what was that? Why did you... Oh, you expected the run
I expected the run through.
Right, okay.
There's a couple of fuck ups in this match, but I don't know if I've looked away when they've been happening. Where, like, there's definitely at least one time where I'm gonna try and bust through him, and it is DP, I'm fucking correct, but I get 6p instead. God damn it. That might have been right there, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, Senpu evening the score. Evening out the score.
Fucking stay away from me, sir.
Score evening. Even scoring. Yo.
Ah, that is also a nice change. But the thing about it is it doesn't change anything. With the exception of like when they're really far out, you can bust them off the old heat knuckle anyway. I suppose if you get them close, it lets you enforce strict throw mix with like the pull in. But to really get
Wait,
close,
so if you insta block the heat knuckle, then you're basically guaranteed to get busted.
no, you can still jump it just like last patch.
Oh, right.
Like, you just gotta hold up. But in my experience so far online, no one has jumped it when I've hit it. But the amount of times I actually land a block heat knuckle is not very high. You got a maximum use it for you got a carry knuckle. Since it pushes you further forward as well, and then it pulls them in, it puts them right touching you. But I think part of the change as well is like heat
Right,
knuckle.
talk about fucking Viking doing more damage than Potemkin. What was that? You literally got like 80%.
I think that's 255 damage. Give or take a couple. For the close slash 2S 2H. Although, like, going for 2S in that combo is almost always a mistake because it's the thing that makes Heavenly whiff.
Okay.
Like, unless you're absolute touching point blank range, close slash 2S 2H, Heavenly will whiff. Because I don't use Jackass hitbox. Tell me your shit.
I mean, I don't know what you want with Heavenly. Do you want it to look like Nako's 2H or what?
No, I just wanted to not whiff off close slash 2S2H. Or not whiff in the corner off close slash 2H.
So that could just be a problem with 2H rather than the bust.
2H also needs an adjustment.
Yeah.
Where if you're not point blank, you do close slash 2S, 2H. 2H will whiff.
Okay.
Ram got that change. Why didn't I get that goddamn change?
Because I'm not top tier. Also, you know, apparently the Japanese. Oh, there's another good one. So the Japanese think that the tension is really good.
It's because of cowards. It's their playstyle. They just let themselves get busted. Like, the Western counterplay to like the second Garuda is to jump forward and hit you. The Japanese counterplay is to jump backwards and go neutral.
Okay.
They're just playing the matchup. Yeah, sure, I fucking said it. The Japanese are bad at pop matchup.
Baka!
I was too busy moaning to talk about it last round, but I had a new combo in the last round. Where I've been doing Buster and delayed roam cancel, 2H Garuda, U6 get big on, go heat knuckle. It's a good combo, but it gives the opponent a lot of burst back. But now, I don't know if I could have done this before, but with, if nothing else, with the 1 frame speed increase to flick, I can now do 6k flick, 2D for the wall stick, and then 6H, and it gives my opponent way less burst, for just a little less damage.
That is not. Like, I have never in my life considered how much burst I'm giving the opponent. Because I could not give less of a shit.
Welcome to the life of a pop player.
It's like, I don't care about how much burst you have. If you burst me, it's fine. I'm going straight back into your face. I don't even know how much burst the parry does. And that is like my main move.
Yeah, I fucked the flick there. I only know about it for heat knuckle. Like, you're never really supposed to heat knuckle unless you want the damage. A little too early in the Buster. Because it gives you 0 OK, and it gives the opponent a lot of burst and a lot of meter. I think it's because of how many hits it is.
Yeah. But also does a wall break. So.
That's what it is.
That, you cannot really say that about any, like, regular old special move.
The thing is, if it didn't wall break, it'd be a better move.
Okay.
Because then you get to keep them in the corner.
Yeah, well then you get a positive bonus, and all you need to do is like literally just fucking heat knuckle, nothing else.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird trade-off. It's like positive bonus is really good for Pop because he's one of the most meat-hungry characters in the game, but you get reset back to neutral, which is bad.
Yeah.
Just sit in this corner, hold this shit. I was not ready for the grab. Not ready for this grab either. I thought I was meant to be the grapple here.
Looks like they're not. I wonder if we're ever going to get a patch, probably a title upgrade, like just like gives us at least like one more special move character. They've done it in Exarch. Nice.
I guess in there they burst.
This is similar to what happened to you last week, because I just gunned your heavenly. And I don't even get to play you in this bracket.
Oh, made a couple of input errors, but whatever. Senpu's just. Seems like this is one of those weeks where Senpu's just played fucking good.
Yeah. Like I said, he's like, you know.
Man, that end of that match makes me think of something I was thinking earlier, in that I need to jump less because I keep getting hit by people's Mega Fist read, and it's not Mega Fist. I'm just jumping, but because they think it's Mega Fist, it fucking works anyway. I was getting brutalized by it earlier.
I mean, you could jump and block.
I could.
Which would stop the Mega Fist reads.
I think my fingers are just too fucking slow for that, to be honest.
What, to jump and block?
Yeah, because my fingers have not finished making the transition back to block before I get hit.
Oh, okay.
I'm pressing like forward and up. Or maybe I'm not thinking about it, I'm just holding forward.
Maybe. Or you could just always like try an air grab. Although air grab has like a hitbox that is like above you.
Yeah.
So you can't really grab anybody jumping in on you. So I guess that's not a great.
I can't really air to air anyone unless I go for jump P because everything else is too fucking slow.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe I'm getting moves mixed up, but I think my jump slash is 13 frames or 12 frames compared to most people's 7 and 8.
Okay.
So, like,
I mean, you're really only meant to Mega Fist or do the ass in the air, so that kind of makes sense. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, you're not getting into the bottom bitch match, that's for sure. Unless there's another game 5 and it's slightly better on the rounds than yours, because I wasn't paying attention to the rounds, but
yeah.
I mean, the game 5 is quite solid.
It's pretty safe.
So yeah, it's safe.
So yeah, unless Case of Chaos and Maku goes to game 5, then I should be insulated from the spoon. Now, since our fucking champion's protection, quote unquote, from the spoon no longer applies now that we're doing the bracket.
I mean, it does apply. It's the same idea.
I suppose.
Because it's like, you know, if you get beaten by...
we didn't have a full 4-man round 1 this week. That's how it ended up like this. Yeah, I got it. I'm on the ball. It's fine.
So, yeah. So, that was the first game of round 2.
Yeah.
So
3-2 at Senpu. Yeah.
Let's see the other side of the bracket, which is, well, the now progressed Maku against last week's second place, Case of Chaos.
Oh yeah. Let's rock. The second match of the second round coming right up.
Second of the second. The second. Man, I wish we had a consistent Case of Chaos.
You know who it is. Taking second place in last week's gauntlet, it's Case of Chaos.
Oh yeah.
We can't keep doing this joke every episode.
It's a meme. It's perfect.
Get on board, audience. You must also meme Mahakali. Nice black metal hands over there. So yeah. Did he start with Scum Dipper again? Did I blink?
It's always Scum Dipper.
It's always Scum Dipper. I mean, he did talk about his reasoning for switching back to Kai the other week, and the primary reason was that he just finds like Sin's offense too linear in comparison. But the other reason was no Scum Dipper.
Well, and also he said that he likes to control space, which is not something that Sin can do.
No.
Like, Sin has one long poke, but it's the equivalent of like Kabari. Not even the equivalent, because I don't think it's as good as Kabari.
No, it's not.
So, even though it can dash in, which is the same thing, it's still not as strong.
I did find this week though that Sin kind of has some like auto-timed meaties. Like, get the knockdown, press something, I can't fucking remember what it is right now, and then press your meaty button and it's going to hit meaty.
Also, it's like a setup.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, great.
Like, Saul's got one too, but Saul's is like just mash slash a bunch of times.
I mean, yeah.
So.
I wonder if Pizza Time is playing Sin.
I think I saw him doom posting on Twitter about the Saul change, so I think he's, unless he'd said change, I think he was still on Saul at the time of the patch. Whoa! Catches the extended hurt box there. Got a new jumpy Johnny these days. Like, I'm so used to him not jumping that now when he does jump, I'm like, huh, what'd I do?
I think I have a good breakdown of facing each of our Leos. So when I face Senpu, it's like I'm always ready that he might know some new tech that I don't know yet, but I know that once I understand the tech he's using, I'm gonna be alright. But when I play against Case of Chaos, it's a fucking toss, because it's like if he usually doesn't have anything new in terms of like moves, but he might have something new in terms of approach. and that is fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just get like a, oh yeah, he's just gonna run into my face, no press a button, I'm shitting myself, and then grab.
It's the no mix.
It's not even the no mix, it's the pure fucking, it is chaos. It's literally just like, I'm going to do something that I have not done before, and it doesn't matter if it works or not, I'm gonna try it. And sometimes, like, you know the one time when he did like 3 2Ks against you and it just fucking worked.
It just worked. I had no idea what to do about it.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's not something you get with Senpu, because Senpu goes for the optimal shit.
Yeah. I find like between the two Leos, like Senpu is a mixed monster and it's always going to be a mix. It's the mix. It's part of his goddamn intro.
Yeah.
But despite me being the Potemkin, I find that Case of Chaos is the Iron Fortress of the group. Like, he's just going to come forward and you're going to try and stop him, and he's just going to like patiently block your shit and then get up close and then, I don't know, whip a secret cannon out from like 3 floors down, comes out his kneecap. Never seen this shit before.
I mean, that was one of the big criticisms we had against him in the beginning, because he was just like, he quite often just like ran up to you and just blocked.
Yeah.
And that just gave us the opportunity to just like either do an overhead or grab him. But that's not something that happens anymore. Now he does the same crazy shit but in different ways. So, yeah. Like that. The power bomb is like even the power bomb is the same move coming from 2 players, but when it comes from Senpu, it's usually a, okay, I have conditioned you to fucking block. I'm going to use this because it's unlikely for you to do it. And when it comes to Case of Chaos, do you think I'm gonna do it the 3rd time in a row? I didn't think so. And he just fucking does it.
Milty would be dumb enough to do it 3 times in a row. Take this!
And then you just eat it because you literally don't fucking expect him to do it 3 times.
Like, even there, of that burst in the corner, burst back in the corner, and then went for charge and dust. Like, that's gonna hit like half of all people, because they're gonna go, and hold block after the burst.
There you go. Like, he knows that he could DP at any fucking point during the animation. He's like, I don't care, I'm just going orange.
Orange hair, orange move, let's go.
That's a new slogan, nice.
He's not to imply the power races in there.
Oh man, I just despise Kai so much. Every time I think I have the matchup, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Kai is one of those characters that can be played in so many different ways that if you get used to the rushdown Kai, next time you might meet a zoner Kai, and then there's a mixed Kai, and then there's a defensive Kai, and then there's an offensive Kai. It's just like, Kai is the fucking median character. Like, you can play any playstyle with him, and it's so annoying.
Can't be dealing with grappler guys, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that is well.
My brain doesn't do it.
Run up from full screen and still get the grab.
You still get grabbed. Because I think he's gonna run up and press close slash or some shit. And then, nah, grab.
Yeah. Even though it doesn't have an overhead, the amount of mix he can do is ridiculous.
It's quiet.
Ever since we changed to Japanese, I love to grab because it's so much funnier in Japanese. Because in English it's just like Fudrark, but here it's like Fudrark. It's almost Indian.
Oh, too far away. There's been an adaptation in Case Chaos' game plan across in this match. I don't think he was throwing projectiles in the first 2 games. But here we are like, oh, you're just gonna sit there and spam GS? Well, I'm gonna throw some bullshit at you.
I also see more blocking as well.
Blocking? A Leo player? Nonsense.
I mean, both our Leos tend to block. So
I share the same brain cell.
I suppose they Leo have. Oh,
That's unfortunate. At least. Oh, that's the end of the whole match. Damn. I was gonna say at least it's the end of the game, so he'll get his burst back for next game, but no.
Not
3-1 to Maku. Which also means Case of Chaos is going to the spoon match.
Yay!
Look at that name
I get to face the chaos. I need to deal with this shit now. Nice.
Spent a week playing Mortal Kombat, and now you've got to deal with this fucking Mario Kart item wheel rolling round as it runs towards you. Oh, it's a banana. Get grabbed.
Nice. I mean, if there's anything that kind of works like that, that would be Faust.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I was about to say, good thing we don't have one of those, but that's not correct. He's just not been here.
It seems that Sukya Mansir tends to gravitate towards Faust now for good. So he said that he's moving away from grapplers, which is, I guess it's good because the Scottish scene has like
so many grapplers.
Many grapplers, including yourself. Hello.
Especially Fife is full of grapplers.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I mean, I did, like, back in the day, I did enjoy grapplers, but I figured that the grabs I actually do enjoy are grabs that are counter grabs, which are basically parries, and then it just turned into, like, I don't care if it's a hit or if it's a grab. If it's a parry, I love it. So I had my run with grapplers as well. So
I think it's just like a lot of the players that are present in the Fife scene are like, they're a bit older, and they had a lot of their beginnings in Street Fighter and Tekken, so they've just kind of like picked up Gi for King at some point, and it's just sort of carried forward.
Oh, so it's like, apparently there's like a...
There's a lot of wrestling nerds play grapplers too.
Yeah, it's like a wrestling fandom in the Scottish scene, or at least in the Five scene.
That's so they'll play King.
So I've been told. Like literally, when we played some Tekken, both Maku and Sukamatsu were playing either King or Armor King. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Maku harassed me into playing King. I wasn't gonna play King, and he's like, "No, do it, coward." So now I'm playing King.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure you were gonna pick, but it's always like, for some reason, it's always you that I can never tell who you're gonna pick, because everybody tends to go for the archetype, and so are you for the most part. But there are times when you just go like, oh yeah, I just picked this fucking random character that has nothing to do with grappling, and I'm just like, why?
I'm versatile.
I thought you had a style. It's like, but that's the thing. I kind of enjoy having archetypes in the group. So if I cannot say that, oh yeah, he's the grappler player because he plays the fucking grappler in every game, and then you just pick a game and you pick the most like rush down light fucking character ever. It's just like, that doesn't fit. It doesn't work with your archetype. Please.
I can't wait for Street Fighter 6 to come out and ultimately end up being a Kami main.
I mean, that would be interesting.
Grappling, what's that?
I mean, if you were to play, what's her name? Laura? Was it Laura? The Brazilian girl with the grabs?
She's carried as a grappler.
Yeah, but like that is a grappler. Like, even if you play like, or like you played like Shermie and like, what was it called? King of Fighters. I would be okay with that shit because she's still a grappler. She's more agile, and she's like quite light in terms of like, I don't know how light she is, but she's probably like less beefy than the big guys, the big grapplers.
Yeah. But
it's still a grappler, so it would fit the archetype, so I would be happy with that. Just don't pick a character that has like 0 command grabs and you're just like, yay. I'm playing this character. That's why Thunder is okay, because he has some...
He's got a command grab.
Yeah. So...
Keep your eye out for it. Next game, Reiner on the parry character. Let's go.
I mean, I don't mind if you play the parry character, just don't play the one that I play. Because, you know, Leo's a parry character, so I guess that works.
So you heard it here first, folks. I'm switching to Leo.
No more Leos, please. I had enough of Leos. Right.
Speaking of having enough of Leos, we've got a Leo coming up.
Well, no, it's the bottom bitch first.
Which has a Leo.
Oh yeah, of course. Shit, I forgot. Okay.
It's Leo's all the way down, brother.
Let's see if I can handle the case of chaos.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the bit.
That's fine. So before we get to the finals, it's time to decide who gets to decide the next bracket. Decision of the decision.
The battle for the sacred spoon of GGBT.
Yeah, I actually love this change that we implemented. It's just like now the spoon has some meaning other than, you know, you've been the shittiest for the last week. So yeah, I was just like, going into this, I was like, okay, I have had too much Mortal Kombat, so I might actually end up with the spoon this time. But I was like, I also had a whole day of practice, so I'm like, okay, if anything, I just want to avoid the spoon. So I kind of had this soft game plan of trying to find out how I can tilt Case of Chaos a bit.
Not what flavour of chaos is it this week. Just,
I'm
gonna attack his brain.
Yeah, because I know that like when it comes to the chaotic shit, I will probably not be able to predict any of this stuff. But when I can, I was just like, okay, I'm going to parry him on every occasion I can. Because that, like, if I get like 2 parries in a row, that's mental damage. So I was just like going for that one moment where I just like, I want to do 2 parries in a row. If I can do it as golden. Yeah, at that point I was just like, oh, if he has anything there, I'm dead. And he did. Still eating the DP, still the bane of my existence.
Catch that slowly.
And
there we go.
That's the double parry.
Mental damage inflicted. You know, like, obviously we watch these matches every week, be it on commentary or at the actual Monday Night Rollback. But now that we've been talking about it, I'm watching Case of Chaos is played, like, man, shit is chaotic, huh?
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. Just like,
I mean, the whole point of chaotic is that sometimes it is in a bad way, because that's what chaos is.
something with a massive pizza car.
It's just a dice roll. Massive pizza cut. I just processed that. Next time I cut pizza, I'm just gonna shout Yosan.
Yosansen! I burnt myself on the cheese.
Oh, there we go. Get in the mix. In the face.
No chaos, only optimal.
Oh, he's jumping it. Nice. Am I going to eat the DP? No, I'm not eating the DP yet.
Fun action today. Anytime I did Purple Roman Cancel, they just did fucking Sickle Storm. It's so annoying!
More secret weapon.
It really was, it fucked me up.
Yeah, I'm trying to utilize the double tatami as much as I can, because I'm like, okay, now I have a fucking wall of death. So I'm just going to... when I'm low on health, spamming the fucking tatami is ridiculously effective, because it annoys the opponent, because it's just like, I want to go in and punch you in the face, and I'm just like, no, tatami wall.
Just soak up all that blood in the water with a bunch of mats. You want it, come and get it.
I saw the guard point, I was like, I need to fucking do this. Oh, he's stuck. Well, like, I'm always surprised when a dash Iwazan hits.
Why? It takes up like 2/3 of the screen.
No, but it's like, if I dash in on you, you're probably ready for it. So I'm just like, okay, I'm too low to the ground, I cannot press anything else, it has to be with Unsen. And if you block it, I might have the chance to tech you through. But when it actually does hit and it's a counter, I'm like, oh shit! Now I need to do my BMB.
I think it's because it's ultimately a hard move to 6B.
Yeah, it's easier to 6B when it's a crossover.
I'm not quite sure how far the hurtbox actually extends on the sword itself.
Oh, the whole way.
Is the whole way?
Yeah. So if I'm crossing you up, you can 6B me with me being like half screen on the other side. It's fucking dumb.
If it's low enough, it will reach into the 6B hurtbox. Because it's how goddamn long it is.
No, like 6p wins against you once in every single time. Unless the 6p doesn't come out. Like at the very worst, it should be a trade.
It'll definitely connect on a low height air dash versus the 6p. But it's just because it's so goddamn good.
Yeah. Oh, that's the second time I catch a egg with this one. Oh, I'm getting back in the mix.
That was run through, but you're too far away.
That jump to just regular kick always gets me. Like I don't like, because if I try to wake up parry, it's gonna hit me because I'm already like I already have the parry out. But if I try to time the, like when I wake up and I see the jump, I'm like, okay, it's too late for me to jump and grab. I could potentially 6p, but by the time it comes out, I might actually eat the hit before that. And if I wanted to fucking parry, it's like it has to be on point. So it's so hard for me to deal with that.
Jump in and go burst.
Go burst. Straight into the super, and I was just like, oh shit, he has burst, and he used it as well. Yeah, I saw the burst, and I was like, this RC was a mistake. Oh, buried in the corner. That almost never works on me in the corner. Like, no, in fact, that never works on me in the corner. Because if I'm not in the corner, I might wake up parry, but if I'm in the corner, I'm gonna wake up jump. That's a fact.
Yeah, like you don't wake up jump against me so much in the corner, but against everyone else, it's almost every time.
I mean, if I do anything in the corner that is airborne, that's probably gonna be a wake up you dancing against you. Because if you're trying to grab me, I would rather just fucking counter your face. But all the other options, I would rather just not eat. Oh no!
It's a tall pillar, putting Case Chaos on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you never want to see a spoon game go 3-0. I mean, you do when you're playing it. You want to just 3-0 this fucker and get out of here. But
I mean, yeah, like spoon games and finals tend to be the most exciting matches anyway. Most of the time. There we go, getting the air grab game back up. Once I figured out when to do air grabs, I realized that they're not that hard to do. You just need to know that you're going to do them. It's like, okay, the opponent's gonna jump, I'm gonna dash in, they're going to try and counter me on my way. So I'm just gonna fucking press grab, because it wins because it's only 2 frames.
I'm still not gonna take down for it. Well, we're not with it.
Well,
if I don't just get the ass instead.
I mean, for you it's more difficult because you don't have an air dash.
I do not have an air dash.
So that's like, because the one time I can consistently pull this is that when I'm dashing in. So if I didn't have an air dash, this would be super hard. Although I find it quite easy to do in Street Fighter 6, so I guess it is doable. But there it's only like a couple of buttons, whereas here it's forward and this, and I find that quite difficult to do. Nice.
There's a mix, bro.
There's the mix.
I'm starting to feel like this jump on your wake up thing is something that I've instilled in Johnny. Like, I've caught him enough times where, like, it's his okay, but I wake up with Buster and just fucking get some.
I burst in the last second. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I used my burst, now I better fucking win this round. So I'm just like, yeah, spamming tatami and eating the projectile, nice.
Your tatami is but a mat. Mine is iron.
Yeah, like when it comes to the heavy projectile, I have nothing. I think the only thing that can stop me that I have is the gun.
The gun, yeah. Now with more lingering hitbox even.
Oh, it's only the explosion.
I think hung around for ages already. Why did they change? Like, why did they make it leave one?
Well, I think the reason they extended the hitbox and the explosion is because sometimes when you're trying to do mixes, it just like if the opponent 6P's it and it goes through, like if they're in your face, it's still not gonna hit them. But if they're like half screen away and then they 6P it, it still hits them, so they might actually get like blown in your face and you can carry on your neck. So I kind of understand, but yeah, I mean it wasn't like necessary, but it's a lot of
Like, it's already huge, it already hangs around for a long time, so it just seems like a very strange change.
I guess some of the combo strings are better now. I don't use the gun all that often. I'm not Rest Light Roses.
Yeah.
He is like the gun man. Oh, what's that? Anyone who understood that reference, you're a legend.
Gun. I don't use the gun that often, but when I do, I'll blow Case head off.
Or stop a fucking Heavenly Master.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Spoon Bench down to the absolute fucking wire. Nice. Game 5. Third round.
I can count me.
Yes. Nice tether combo Leo. Just how we like it.
Gun misses. Oh, able to recover in time to throw.
He did not press a button because I think he was blocking because he expected the gun.
Yeah.
That parry, I was just like, fuck, there's a pillar coming in, it's not gonna hit. And
Oh no, a pillow.
no, pillow. My Leo body pillow. Yeah, this is me spamming to time. I'm like, shit, I need to keep him out.
That eventually
And it
catches
works.
him.
Yeah, that's a safe jump as well, so I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to let that fall and block. Because if he does anything, it's gonna hit. So that's me just barely avoiding the fucking spoon.
Just barely.
So,
And to think, if Case of Chaos had pressed a single button on that jump in, it probably would have went the other way.
yeah, very likely. So, Mortal Kombat did not completely ruin my Guilty Gear, but it was very close. So, well, the only thing this really does is that I don't get the spoon, which means I don't get to choose the next bracket, so I'm also at the mercy of Case of Chaos next week.
That's true, he might just choose to fight you straight up, get some revenge.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to fight whoever, except Maku. Fuck that guy. I just hate Kai, man. I really hate Kai.
So, like, there'll be no rollback next week, of course, but when we're back, first Monday in January, we should, in theory, have a full house. So your round 1 will be, in no particular order, myself, Sukamancer, yourself, and Case of Chaos. In whatever order Case of Chaos decides.
Nice. And then second round is you and Senpu. Or
Now we have Maku and Senpu on opposite sides of the bracket.
yeah.
Their match hasn't happened yet, but they're
Well,
one of them will be first,
yeah,
one of them will be
one of them is
second.
first, one of them is second. So it's, yeah, Maku and Senpu. So yeah, well, there's nothing left but to see who gets to be the champ and who gets to be the other one getting the second, but
the first loser.
Yeah, it's like the the first loser, the lesser champ, the chimp champ, the champ. I don't know. Fuck it.
The battle for chimp.
We'll
yeah, be on.
Are you gonna be chimp or are you gonna be champ? Nice. We should fucking let's roll with this. We need to keep this.
We're going off the rails.
Yeah. First one is champ. Second is chimp.
Well, the battle for the chimp comes at Revelator when the Silverback Challenge will be back.
Given that Jam does not get released up until
we're not getting our next character till March. It's
sure?
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know why I know that. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, but I don't think we're due our next character till March.
It does say that it's gonna be, it's gonna be spring, and spring starts on the 22nd of March. So you're right. Yeah.
So, probably last week of March.
Yeah, sounds like it. So yeah, next pay-per-view is before the next character gets released. So yay.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, enough about that. That's future plans. That'll be announced at a later date when we bloody well figure it out. For now, it's the grand finals. Let's get to it.
Ah, yes. Finally, the time has come.
The bracket is now complete. The finals are upon us.
Yay.
It's time for a face-off for the belt.
For the belt. Okay. We have done intros for both of these. There's plenty of time for us to talk about random shit when this is happening.
We have all these intros, energy, yeah, it's this cunt. And then this time it's just like, okay.
right, okay. So...
Yep, at that moment on Monday, Senpu screamed out, "Stun Dipper!" as he jumped into the air.
Well, he's done it once, so... I'm just gonna try and do this. I'm gonna call Stun Dipper, I'm just gonna parry on Ramstun and see what happens.
Man, Mako is really good at block and burst. I don't know if he just knows, or if it's the way he's structuring his combos, where he's got like a couple of frames of blocking in there.
I mean, it's probably just him knowing this time.
Goddamn experienced fighting game man using his experience.
Yeah, when I block a burst, it's like there are two things. It's either I accidentally crush you up and I'm holding forward and I block it by accident, or I know it's coming and I'm just blocking it.
I'd like to say otherwise, but I'm pretty sure every time I block a burst it's by sheer fucking chance.
It's just you putting in the buster input and it's at the back part of the input.
This has happened.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm a buster. Oh, a block burst.
Nice. That's how you get jump boxing back.
Yeah. That does account for a solid portion of just box coming with me is I was just doing buster, man.
This is actually like something that is it makes sense. Like that's like I understand why the parry input is a forward motion. Because imagine if the parry was like core circle back. That would be stupid. Because as I'm doing the input, I'm actually blocking, and that's just wouldn't be fair.
I don't know, I did notice like a input hole in my game plan over the past couple of days. That if I'm gunning for a throw, not a buster, regular throw, I always hold forward. But you can hold back.
Yeah.
Right now, sometimes you don't want to hold back because it would put you in the corner or whatever. But like I end up getting hit a bunch of times just because I happen to be holding forward trying to get the throw instead of holding back.
Oh, you're holding forward because you want to move in?
No, I think it's just an odd habit I've developed.
Okay. I mean, it's good when you're trying to air throw because that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, back air throw.
You can, yeah, but it's like, what I mean is that if you press dust in the air. Oh wait, no, that's like if you're just, yeah. So you need to hold forward to throw, because otherwise it's just a 5D.
Huh.
That's why.
I wonder why you can't do 4D for back air throw.
You can, yeah. So if you do 4D, it's going to throw the other side.
Covering himself with projectile air, get his mix off. They often talk about these matches occasionally, they can't just have like bullshit in the background, the whole commentary.
I mean, we've been pretty consistently talking about the matches, so it's pretty good. But sometimes I just go on a tangent and we start talking about tech. Unrelated tech.
You can't have me on the commentary desk and not have a tech chat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Wake Up Super! God damn.
Which is, like, when I saw this, I was so happy because I don't see Wake Up Supers from the layer. And then I get the excuse like, oh yeah, but it's so easy to do Wake Up Super with like double core circle forward motion. And I'm like, yeah, that is true. But when I was playing Anji, I needed to time the fucking parry on Wake Up, which is exactly the same input as all their supers.
So this has forced that to be my Wake Up thing. And making my only real option on Wake Up fucking Buster.
Well, So you know what it's like.
Yes.
It's not super though.
No.
Because your wake up super. Well, you could technically do a wake up heavily buster.
I'm supposed to, but every time I try and do that tech, I get fucking blown up for it. I think I don't know how to time dash heavily itself. Look at that shit. Backdash blue RC to evade at light speed, gets right back in there. Monkey see, monkey do.
Scumbag fuck. That was one time that I said that exactly as it was happening.
I don't know what range effects it at, where sometimes you can get hit by the first hit of Scum Dipper and then you can block the second hit. Like, it doesn't seem to always work, but sometimes it does.
It works if Kai is in like, well, I would say footsie range, but it's basically like round start range. So, like a couple of steps away. But
Changing projectiles.
you can lap this, by the way. Because I actually had like I just set Kai on Scum Dipper, and I was like, okay, how do I deal with this? And if it's close enough, even on hit, I can just grab him, or I can just parry the second hit.
That round was like half projectiles taking out Senpu's life.
He's a zoner!
He is a zoner. We lost our zoner, so we got a new zoner.
Yeah. That just reminds me of the maximum impact last year that we were in. And when Senpu was like playing the game and we were just like spectating behind him. And we had the exact same scenario. It was a Kai doing like 3 projectiles in a row and we both went, he's a zoner! Oh, the memes.
BJ memes, they're good, I swear.
All memes are good if you have the subculture to appreciate it. I kind of wonder what these kanji mean on the cover. It's difficult to read pixelated kanji.
I'm only just now realising that, like, we're at the point where Senpu is fighting for his actual life with Burst on deck. But if he loses this game, that's it. Ooh! Nice! Claws it back.
That Vapor Thrust was like clutch for.
His deck. Burst off knee back. Oh, yes. Using the expanded hitbox on the forward run. Keep him in the corner. I thought that was run through again. Don't know if Matthew's jump would have beaten it if it was run through. Look at that, flying Leos.
That is something I still cannot do. I don't know how to keep my momentum after Blue RC. And I have tried.
Is it? Can you fast cast the Blue RC?
Yeah.
Is it maybe just. Yeah.
Maybe. But it's like you need to, I don't know if you need to cancel it when you're in the startup of your dash or just when your dashing just happened. There's just like, there's so many like questions I have that I haven't really like.
Oh, right, yeah. Senpu's conservative momentum from his air dash to keep going.
Yeah, so he air dashes, then he does Blue RC and then he jabs. But I have seen a like full screen bike tech when you throw out the Kabari and then you do the dash follow up. Well, you basically just do a follow up, and then you just like Blue RC, jump, and like maybe instant air dash or some shit. But basically, you can just launch yourself full screen by doing that. And I'm just like, I don't understand how to do this.
As always, I only know how to do things in the context of Potemkin and to fly across the screen. It's got to be Kara forward Mega Fist, but you've got to cancel on your way up. If you reach the apex of the Mega Fist jump, you don't let it go flying forward.
Okay, so that gives me the idea that it's probably going to have to be the very like start of the momentum.
Senpu once again threatened by Michael at the match point. Oh, that was mega unfortunate. Don't laugh, that was!
No, it's just like I have never heard the two words together, like mega unfortunate.
It's like super unfortunate, but more.
Yeah, but mega unfortunate is like it's some sort of like, I don't know. When I hear mega unfortunate, I think about some like giant robot.
I think Senpu's been afflicted by the Pharaoh's curse. Oh, blocks it! I think he reacted just in time.
Oh, that as well. The blocks.
The hidden scum differ off the bottom of the screen.
That is a shame because the blocks were so nice. All the FDs in the world. And no wins.
It's good that you had the presence of mind that I have to FD every single one of these or I'm going to get chipped out.
Yeah. Especially with the Kai.
And there you have it. Maku, once again, no longer our newest member, but one of our newer members, taking the belt for the third time, I think?
Well, he's been consistently champion. Yeah, I think it's great. Like, we have had him for like 7 weeks, 8 weeks?
Something like that. A couple months now, and
Like,
yeah.
considering the amount of time he has spent with us, he has been champion for a ridiculous amount of times. So,
Is it possible that since we did our end of year count at the end of BGF year 1, that Maku has been the champion the most times so far in BGF year 2?
potentially, yeah. 'Cause this is week 7, and I think this is his third time, maybe.
I've been champion twice. Oh shit, yeah, I think he has actually been champion more than anyone else.
Nice.
Good job, young buck.
I don't think I have been champion since he's here, or was I?
The Kai matchup denying you the belt.
No, it's like the Kai just fucks me up. So is Faust, but it's good that we have a Faust now because now I'm going to have my practice against, release bogus when we face off again. So it's going to be nice.
It's the end of the year, so no tournaments are firing. I'm excited for the potential for something in the new year.
I mean, I think it's probably going to start like March time, probably.
Probably.
I just have a feeling that in the winter people will just not bother.
Yeah, it's like the tournament season wraps up for the year, kind of around the start of December, it seems.
Yeah, we might have a pay-per-view before we have a tournament, so.
I think we probably will.
Yeah, I mean a bigger one. Like we're just going to have the BLF tournaments probably, but that's something that happens bi-weekly. So
yeah, strive every 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I think.
every 6 weeks. Yeah, so there's gonna be at least one strive. BLF tournament, but nothing major.
I hope Berndl shows up again. Want my vengeance.
Oh, he's good. Like we have been playing recently, because he made good friends with Jailer. So
oh, nice.
They just started like messaging each other, like, "Hey, do you want some fucking strive?" And then they messaged me as well. So I've been playing Bare Noodles like relatively frequently.
Hey, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm glad Jailer was able to like make some friends, as it were, in his time over here in Scotland.
Yeah, he spent like 6 days in Scotland and he made at least one fighting game friend, which is nice.
What a G.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I need my vengeance on Bare Noodles, but May is better now, so
I don't know, like playing against him like quite a few matches rather than just like a couple of games here and there. I can actually understand some of his shit now. So by the end of the session that we had, I was beating him quite consistently.
Mm.
But if I were to just face him on SEL, oh my god, I would have died. So no, he is a very good player. It's just obviously everybody has their pattern. So once you have the pattern, you know how to parry it, and that's all I need. His card literally says his what do you call this? The R code. His R code, the comment that you can put there, literally said, "Please do not parry me," and I did. I'm sorry, Bare Noodles.
I'm not sorry. Goddamn S Dolphin is only -3 on block now. This is bullshit.
Oh, that's quite bad, yeah.
I don't think I can actually punish it anymore in any way, because May can act before she touches the ground. So it only being -3.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's anything I can do anymore.
Well, nobody can do anything on 3. Apart from solve the stupid cake or maybe chip. But that's it.
That's it. Damn.
And that needs to be frame perfect as well. So it's unlikely. Yeah. So that concludes the final BGF Monday Night Rollback of the year.
Not of our year.
Well,
of the year.
of the
2022.
calendar year, not the BGF year.
Yes.
Yeah.
The BGF year has just begun.
Oh yes, and it's not gonna stop. And we're picking up more games, but we're still focusing on GG. So it is actually quite helpful. I do like playing all these different games, apart from MK, because that really fucks me up. Because parries don't work the way they should, and there's a block button. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to play MK, even though that is like the fighting game franchise I grew up with.
I clearly need to get out there and play more fighting games, and that it might improve my Strive gameplay overall.
Yeah, it really does. Like Tekken helped me like a great deal, and I would say that Street Fighter also kind of helped. It did help my footsies, if nothing else. But I think Tekken helped my defensive game a bit more. I was more confident just stand blocking.
I think with most other fighting games, I'm still at the point of, lol, I'm just pressing buttons.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, as long as you get KI down, because that's like a game that we consistently play.
I have not played KI since the last BLF tournament.
Oh no, I'm the same. I have not touched KI for a long time, but KI is one of those games that if I just like open it, my fucking Hisako instincts just kick in, and I know exactly what I need to do. Maybe not everything is in my muscle memory, but if I play a couple of hours, everything comes back.
I never did quite nail down the Thunder DP cancel to fly across the screen, so I'll probably have to work at that again for the next bracket comes up.
I mean, it's soon enough.
Yeah.
So you should probably start working on that.
I suppose that's something I'll be doing after the Christmas holidays then, is playing a bit of KI.
Yeah.
Got all these other games to play too for Revelator.
I am happy to
God.
take a break from River City Girls 2 to play some KI if you message me. But only because I know that it's important to know KI. River City Girls 2 is great. You guys should play it. It's fucking dope.
Oh, that's just something I was thinking about, just to start at the last point. Not much planning's gone towards it, but we're supposed to be having a BGF versus BLF event at some point, and we never did decide on the third game because it was going to be Strive and Killer Instinct in a third game. I think it's likely that this might happen in the summer because the third game might be Street Fighter 6.
I did say this to Robert. I was like, I think the third game should be Street Fighter 6, so we should probably wait. This could be like it could be like, Street Fighter 6 launches and we do this event.
Yeah?
So it could just be like the release shit. So it's just like, Street Fighter 6 launches, BGF VLF, let's go.
Yeah, so we need to kind of arrange this in advance because we're probably going to be free. But getting a squad of 5 together for the BLF might be a little harder because they've got varying responsibilities.
But now we have release dates for Street Fighter.
Although, we'll need a 5th fighter because I think there's a solid chance that Maku and Sukamancer might fight on the BLF side.
I mean, one of them could fight on our side.
We can bribe Maku, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, or maybe we just... Wait, you need 5 people.
Yeah, I think the plan was to be a 5v5.
I mean, considering how good Raido was doing, it could potentially be the 5th member.
Right, Raido, you've almost learned how to play this one fucking fighting game, Get the Gear Strive. Now get over there and learn Killer Instinct and Street Fighter so we don't get killed.
You present it as like something that's really difficult, but once you know one fighting game, it's really easy to pick up a second one.
This is what I've actually been saying to him. Like, once he really gets good at Strive, like, it's not going to be too difficult to learn something else.
Yeah. Like, I had next to no issue picking up Sancho, mostly because the moveset was exactly the same. The game was slightly different.
The character's the same.
The character is the same, but the game is different. So
boy shit, I look forward to a steam-powered Potemkin being added to Sam Show.
That would be funny. But yeah, so well, you already have Asaquaku, so I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I do already shout Mega Fist when playing that character.
I mean, he has like his moves are so similar to Potemkin.
Oh, that's just a jump in normal that I'm doing when I'm going Mega Fist.
Yeah, but he also has like the Garuda Impact, which is the fat breath, and then you have like all of his moves are like slightly resembling of Potemkin. So you're already there.
I'll make it work.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's gonna come up at some point. But yeah, other than that, this has been the calendar year for the BGF. So I guess we're just going to catch you on the first week of January, the first Monday of January, which is going to be the first Friday or something when you actually get to see this.
Yep. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at BGF_FGC. And we'll see you in 2023.
Oh yeah.